First of all, it's everybody's favorite. It's a place that you gotta go to when you come home. It's a place that you bring people, and it's been like that for generations.
Hoi dim sum and seafood is super authentic Cantonese cuisine. So it is just very homey, but also, as you can see, it's like really special too. So it's a place that I would come with my family.
When it came to deciding on places that I loved, it was places that I frequented a lot. Morning Glass is one of them because it just was so reliable and the familiarity of it it made me feel like I was still at home.
But people don't know that it just goes back, starting from Helen to her grandson now, Craig Katsuyoshi. And the food was the food that you grew up eating. That hasn't changed. There's nothing new about Helena's food. So come back time and again, move to School Street. They won a James Beard Award. You're still eating her original pipikala recipe, her original kalua pig, lomi salmon, everything.
So number one thing that you have to order, no matter what, is the chef's signature char siu. They have regular char siu on the menu, but the signature char siu is the one. You gotta order it 48 hours in advance. Chef Zhang has to get the pig because he uses fresh pork and then his own special marinade. I also like any of their clay pot dishes. This is the clay pot oxtail. This is their tofu with abalone sauce, and they make their own tofu. So it's very silky, and then the skin around it is what holds it all together. Lotus root with shrimp patties on it. I like it because it's crunchy and soft at the same time.
I, of course, love the food. It's so comforting to eat here just because it's like they don't skimp on the butter. Of course, the mac and cheese, pancakes, add bacon, the Tony sandwich, like there's no holding back when it comes here. And personally, that's kind of how I feel when I want to make sure that somebody is felt comfortable or at home, is that they're getting everything and they're getting it with love. And yeah, Morning Glass is just so excellent at that.
And I like that when her grandson came back from USC with a business degree, he was going to take over, modernize things, and change things. And he didn't understand that he wasn't, because Helen didn't let him for 17 years. He just stayed and learned to cook her stuff. He only got the recipes a few weeks before Helen passed, when she started getting tired. She didn't know that she was sick. And then she allowed him to write down what she showed him. And that's how Craig got the recipes for posterity. But that's how long Helen hung on to it. And that's why the food tastes the same. Because Craig Katsuyoshi had a 17-year apprenticeship. In between, his mom was here too, Elaine. A lot of people remember Elaine. She was the one at the cash register when Helen got pretty old, really gregarious and boisterous. And so now I miss Helen and I miss Elaine, but Craig is still there. And even if you don't know the family, because I've been writing about them for years, you still know the food and you still bring your friends and you bring your parents, your grandparents, your kids. So that's why Helena's.
Chef Zhang only cooks at night for dinner. During the day, they serve dim sum, and they are cranking all the time, especially on the weekends. He actually started at Beijing Restaurant in Royal Hawaiian Center, which is why his food is so classy. And then he went to Mandalay, where we discovered his char siu. So we used to go there all the time for family dinners or things like that. And we were all devastated when that restaurant closed. And then we found out he came here, and everybody just like, oh my God.
Obviously really busy, but the experience always feels like it's personalized, and it feels like they know you, they'll call you out, they call you by your name. And there's very few places that have that still.